new lawsuits revealed that managers at Tyson Meatpacking actually placed bets on how many workers would die or contract COVID after they were out on the floor. They actually had a pool where the top managers said, well, you know, let's bet on how many people are going to die here. Let's bet on how many people are going to get COVID.
It's
couldn't make that story up.
No, you can't. It's horrifying, and they really did. You would go in with your cash and say, "I want to buy in. I'm betting, 50 of our people die from this." And if you win the pool, you got all the money. We don't know, I guess.
Winner take all.
Yeah, I don't know who ends up winning the money or if they actually ended up paying out at this point. But Tyson came out and issued a statement. Oh, we're a family here, and we'll investigate this. So who did they find to do the investigation as to whether or not they're betting who's going to live or die? Eric Holder is the one who's going to be conducting this investigation with Covington Burling.
Yeah,
it's sick.
Let me tell you a little about Eric Holder. I'm kind of a specialist on Eric Holder. Eric Holder is appointed Attorney General by Obama. He's this guy that comes from this is what he does for a living. He represents white-collar criminals. That's his specialty. As a matter of fact, while he was Attorney General, if you look at every white-collar criminal who stole money from mom and pop, who created pharmaceuticals that were killing people, who defrauded the government by whatever means necessary. If you take a look, or how about the Wall Street burn down? Yeah. Did nothing. How about, this is an Eric Holder story. We find out that HSBC is washing money for terrorists. And they admit it in a 6-page document. They say, yes, we washed money for terrorism. Yes, we know Americans were killed. Yes, we participated in this. And Eric Holder slapped Loretta Lynch along with her, slaps them on the wrist, and everybody goes away. Eric Holder is like having Colonel Sanders guard the chickens. That's what's going on here.
It really is, because this is a guy, and this is a defense law firm that's going to be investigating this, because I'm sure Tyson has paid them a ton of money, and they're going to come out and say, you know what, we found the bad apple. Maybe it was 2 or 3 bad apples. We punished the bad apples. We got rid of them. The bunch isn't spoiled, so let's all move on. We put a happy face on Tyson, and 2 or 3 fall guys, disappear for a while. That's what happens.
Well, I doubt there's going to be. Look, how about, okay, I think when we take a look at really the absurd where it comes to the way workers were treated during the pandemic, we look at the packing industry, don't we? We look at Smithfield. I mean, how about that story? Smithfield is owned by the Chinese. The Chinese knew about COVID way before everybody else knew. They knew how dangerous it was. They made no attempt in the United States to change the way that Smithfield was treating employees. They kept them out there without masks, without separation, after the Chinese knew clearly that this was going to kill people. And they kept him at Smithfield. So it was Tyson any better? Give me your estimation of Tyson.
It doesn't look like it. Based on what we're seeing in these complaints, Tyson was doing the same thing. You're working in close quarters. They're not giving people the PPE that they need. They're not being allowed. One actual mid-level manager was actually not allowed to go get a COVID test, even though he was showing symptoms. He was told, we're all showing symptoms, go back to work.
Yeah.
So Tyson was just as bad as Smithfield, as far as we know, maybe even worse. We'll find out.
Okay, and now, what do you want to put some money on whether or not the Democrats give them immunity? I'm betting they do.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
absolutely.
betting they get immunity. They've killed people. They've killed people's family. Somebody gets COVID, goes home, granddaddy gets COVID and dies. Smithfield knew about it. Tyson knew about it. And we actually have Democrats and Republicans saying, gee whiz, we have to feed America. Now, how about that argument? They weren't even feeding America. Most of the stuff they were producing was going to China.
Right. So it's the same cycle. And unfortunately, because, as we had already discussed, Biden's put the same people in charge. Eric Holder's a good friend of Biden. He's now involved in this. Nothing will happen. Nobody's going to go to jail, but every one of them should.
Thank you for joining me, Farron.
Thank you.